Righty-ho. So setup-wise, as we were saying, trying to get a bit more neutral now with the hands there. Previously, you had kind of your left palm facing way up to the sky. Right arm was quite high on top. And although you said you felt a bit more control with it in that sort of lifestyle of your left hand, what your left hand did caused your right hand to get incorrect. And being that as your strongest hand there, it made it very awkward for your arms to kind of swing naturally. It would generally encourage your putter to swing back in this direction, whereas you're trying to go back this way and actually want the club to go back more on a curve. So you had three things there that were two things that were nowhere near what you want to try and do. You were trying to do this, your physics wanted to go that way, and you're trying to go against that. So always going to be conflicting there with the swing. So we start off, as you can see here now, arms at sort of a nice relaxed position, the same way you hold an iPad, on your phone texting, or in your steering wheel, your car, eating your dinner, whatever it may be. This would be a nice relaxed position. You wouldn't have your arms straight out in front of you, okay? So your arms hanging down there, and from kind of that position now, it's that sort of swing the club as if you're sort of swinging the club around sort of the crust of a pizza. Yeah, you're in the middle of the pizza and just swinging around the edge of it. Like so. So there is a curve to a pizza, obviously. It's a circular shape, unless you get a flatbread, I suppose. There's a circular object, the one we're talking about, okay? The ones you get from Asda and Tesco, okay? So nice little curve with the club face there. Now from there, all we're doing is just tipping forward till the club then finds the ground. So we're getting that same kind of angle here, okay? Eyes are just inside the ball, which is good. We don't want to be over the ball this side too much. On top of the ball is okay, but for the majority of golfers, they're actually just inside the goalpost. So where you are there is a good spot, and club's nicely flat on the ground. As I said, what we saw on some of your putts, the club would go outside the line. What we're trying to achieve on the club as it goes back is a gentle little curve this way and a gentle little curve through the ball. So there's a slight little arcing of the putter as the club goes back. Once you've got yourself set up there now, we can see this putter now as it goes back. The two golf balls there indicate whether you struck the ball properly. The club now, you see the shaft kind of just moves away from the ball. There's more daylight there now. So whereas the club shaft starts here, almost on the ball, just because of the angle, as you go back and away, the club now has moved kind of inside side, okay? The previous putt we saw from here now, your club shaft was kind of over here somewhere, where the club had actually gone outside the line and pushed out. And then you sort of try to manipulate the putter and you pulled it way left, okay? So that little curve there now as the club goes back. And for me, the length of the swing both sides is fairly kind of similar. There's a nice rhythm now to your swing. Both torso, arms, shoulders, hands and wrists are all moving as one. Ball starting on line, good strike, and a more kind of free movement of the swing. No kind of short and hit with the stroke, okay? From face on there again, we can see that same good position. Judging the pace now with the length of backswing, if we were to go back this far, we'd expect to go through fairly similarly the other side. Previously, you'd go back kind of here and go through here somewhere. Almost trying to hit it with the putt. And that hit jumps the ball. If you had the issues with the path that we saw when you're going this way, with the face going that way and then trying to swing straight, you're going to be adding loft to that putter. So an extra hit and adding loft, your golf ball now is going to go dunk, 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 dunk down the green. Okay? And if you haven't struck it dead centre, dead perfectly straight, it's going to sort of start down the green and go ooh, and just wobble off to the side there. And if it's a left to right putt, it'll just be more of a break. If it's a right to left putt, it'll go left and you'll be like, hang on a second, well, if I misread that, and it'll confuse the heck out of you, okay? So getting so we get a nice roll and a connection there with the golf ball is going to be key. But good set there from face on. That backswing there, probably a little longer, but that would be okay. You go a bit further through there. But previously you were kind of there somewhere and going through double the distance, okay? So having a nice rhythm to that swing, you're keeping that connection now between here, here and here. That's basically rocking back and forth, all as one unit from chest, shoulders, torso, arms, hands, all working together, not kind of trying to go back straight and manipulate that putter too much. Okay? Does that kind of make sense over this sort of thing? So in terms of technique, that's the main thing to focus on there. What you can affect in putting is, number one, do you strike it properly? The two golf balls on the outside will indicate that, yes or no. Okay? Do you roll the ball well? The lines on the ball will showcase if the ball is rolling end over end, the line will stay on top. And secondly, can you start the ball on line? Put two T-pegs down there or coins or whatever. Can you start it through the gap? That's the important thing, yeah. Okay, mate? Make sense? Good man.